so climbers play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page.
So my headset's coming through traction, yeah. Alright, well, we'll see if this is anything.
Avro 241 cleared left loaded traffic, runway 19er.
Cleared for closed traffic, Avro 241. Alright, well that wasn't great. Let's climb out at 80 miles an hour. Plane turns outrageously quickly.
Little Grimston Tower, Mooney Golf, Bravo Tango, Papa Bravo at runway 10, ready for takeoff.
approach.
Tango Papa Bravo.
Grand Tower, Piper, Golf, Bravo, Tango, Papa, Victor, at runway 10, ready for takeoff, touch and go.
Avro 241, cleared left touch and go. Runway 19.
Cleared left touch and go.
Tango Papa Victor, hold short, runway 10.
Cleared left touch and go. Avro 241.
Hold short, runway 10, Piper, Tango, Papa, Victor.
Piper Golf Bravo Tango Papa Victor, taxi to position and hold.
Position and hold, Piper, Tango, Papa, Victor.
Piper Golf Bravo Tango Papa Victor, cleared for takeoff, runway 10, left closed traffic, approved.
Clear for takeoff, runway 10, Piper, Golf, Bravo, Tango, Papa, Victor.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how tightly this plane turns.
Benton Tower, Cessna, Golf, Bravo, Lima, Charlie, Papa, at runway 24, ready for takeoff, touch and go.
Cessna Golf Bravo Lima Charlie Papa, cleared for takeoff, runway 24, right closed traffic, approved.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24, Cessna, Golf, Bravo, Lima, Charlie, Papa.
Okay, so let's trim for 80.
Mooney Tango Papa Bravo, cleared left closed traffic, runway 10. Cleared touch and go, runway 10. Mooney Tango Papa Bravo.
Little more throttle. Arrest that descent just a little bit. 75 miles an hour. Alright, I need just a little more throttle. Just a little more throttle. I can't believe how nimble this thing is, even at low speed. It's extremely responsive.
Benton Tower, Cessna Golf Bravo.
Alright, we got 70 miles an hour.
At runway 2, Cessna Golf Bravo Lima Golf Romeo, taxi to position and hold. Position and hold, Cessna Lima Golf Romeo.
Yeah, so because of how hard it is to see over the nose of this plane, long straight in approach like this is not typically advised. So we're going to practice a few more.
Piper Tango Papa Victor, cleared left closed traffic, runway 10, follow the air.
A few more times doing the
Cessna Golf Bravo Lima Golf Romeo, cleared for takeoff, runway 2, right closed traffic, approved.
Clear for touch and go, runway 10.
doing the power off turning approach.
Takeoff, runway 2, Cessna Golf Bravo Lima Golf Romeo.
Lands very easily though once you're on the ground. Okay, hold on. I'll bring us to stop on the runway here really quick. I'm gonna zero out my altimeter. Okay. Alright, back in the air we go. Wait for the tail to come up just a little bit. And we gently pull back on the stick and we are up just like that. Very smooth.
Cessna, Lima, Charlie Papa, cleared by touch and go. Runway 24.
Cleared for touch and go. Runway 24. Cessna, Lima, Charlie Papa.
Viper, Tango, Papa, Victor, go around.
Going around. Viper, Tango, Papa, Victor.
So the team that made this plane, they spared no expense when it comes to detail. It's quite striking, actually. Just visual presentation, flight model. The virtual cockpit is outstanding. It's hard to believe that this is freeware. But the thing is it comes with no documentation at all as far as V-speeds and stuff like that. So the engine that is in the Tutor is very similar to the engine in the new standard D25. The engine in that is the one of the many engines that's in that, but the one that's in the D25 that I have the most experience with is the Jacobs R755. And this engine is, it's pretty darn close to that motor, both in power output and displacement, max RPM, everything like that. So, because I have a lot of experience flying the D25, I'm basically applying the same sorts of numbers to this aircraft, and it really seems to be pretty darn close. I have made some very minor adjustments to the power model. I think the flight model itself is amazing, but I just made some tweaks and fine-tunings to the way the engine works. And I'm extremely happy with it. It flies basically exactly the way I would expect it to. Okay, so this is
cleared left touch and go. Runway 19 airport.
cleared left touch and go. Avro 241.
Moody, Tango, Papa Bravo, cleared left touch and go. Runway 10, followed by Bird Cherokee on final. Cleared touch and go. Runway 10, Moody, Tango, Papa Bravo.
Yeah, so we can basically cut the throttle at this point. This thing glides really well. 70 miles an hour. Okay, I cut the throttle all the way, and we're just going to go ahead and glide down to the runway. Yeah, this is a much better approach angle. Let's go 3-point this time. Perfect. I'm going to watch that one actually. Go to instant replay. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I can. Alright, so let's watch it from the outside and critique. like there's some weird interference on the microphone. Let's watch it in flyby mode. Yeah, very beautiful. Yeah, it just floats down effortlessly. Oh yeah, let's get back in the cockpit. Cancel the old replay. And go back up again. And wait for the tail to come up. Gently pull back and we're up. Simple as that. Like butter. Yeah, we're still good on fuel. The air is getting a little bumpier, however.
Charlie Papa, cleared by touch and go. Runway 2 warp.
Cleared for touch and go. Runway 24. Cessna Lima Charlie Papa.
Alright, let's go ahead and level out. 500 feet. Come back to about 1600 RPM. So we'll fly the pattern about 90 miles an hour. Okay, I need a little more power than that. 1700 RPM. Yeah, let's see that for a while. Beautiful. This is a beautiful plane and it flies beautifully. Beautiful, beautiful.
Cessna Lima Golf Romeo, cleared by touch and go. Runway 2 warp. Follow Cessna styling on final.
This thing has got the laggiest magnetic compass I have ever seen.
Runway 2 warp. Cessna Lima Golf Romeo, Piper Golf Bravo Tango Papa Victor, lower Brandon Tower, make left downwind, runway 10, altimeter 2991.
So about like that. So if I come in 500 feet above the deck,
Piper Tango Papa Victor,
keep the runway about at the tip of my wing, and then pull the power out as we or beam the numbers. Let's go ahead and try that. So right now I'm teaching myself how to fly this plane, basically. Just trying stuff out. Again, it's similar to many other planes that I have flown over the years. Alright, beam the numbers, pull the power out. We're going to start a very shallow left-hand turn. Cleared left touch and go, Avro 241. Trim it for 70 miles an hour about. Okay, that may have been a little far out to do a full power off. Well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe so. I'll put some power back in. It sure is easier, though, keeping an eye on the runway doing it this way than do wheel landing this time. Carry a little bit of power. But doing that slow descending turn.
Tango, Papa Bravo, cleared left close traffic.
Okay, let's drop the nose ourselves this time.
Short final.
Build up some speed and pull off quickly.
Cleared for touch and go. Runway 10. Mooney Tango, Papa Bravo.
Very fun. Oh, very fun. Okay. Let's, oh, we're gonna stall. Ooh, or maybe not. Boy, this thing is fun. It's got a lot of lift. Okay, let's go ahead and watch that take off. Instant replay. 30 seconds. We'll just watch it once. Watch it from the outside. Oh, listen to that motor. Listen to that sound. God, it sounds good. Beautiful. Yeah, and then up over the top of that parabola. And so, this thing's great. I love this. I love this plane. I can officially say I'm a fan. The wind is getting progressively worse, however.
Cessna, Lima, Charlie, Papa, cleared by close traffic. Runway 24. Viper, Tango, Papa, Victor, exit runway when able. Cleared touch and go. Runway 24. Cessna.
Okay, so about 1650 RPM should hold us at about 90 miles an hour. We're about 600 feet off the deck. What's 100 feet, huh?
Viper, Tango, Papa, Victor, contact ground on 122.1.
Alright, let's go ahead and turn.
Viper, Echo, Papa, Victor.
Fenton, Tower, Cessna, Golf, Bravo, Lima, Golf, Romeo, land.
Yeah, we don't have an artificial horizon, of course, so we have got this
Altimeter 2982.
this crazy turn coordinator that is extremely British. It's extremely 1930s British. This big dial right here that indicates side slip and rate of turn. So it's kind of like, I mean, of course it's not true artificial horizon, but it's like a turn coordinator / turn and bank indicator? Wait.
Runway 2. All the aircraft on final.
Turn coordinator / bank angle indicator. It's not really a bank angle indicator, but it's a bank. It's like, I don't know. It's a weird thing, and I love it.
Avro 241, cleared left touch and go. Runway 19.
Clear left touch and go, Avro 241. this is much easier. Okay. So we're about 50 miles an hour now, so we could stall pretty easily at this point. So I'm gonna drop the nose just a little bit, pick up about 65 miles an hour. See how that feels. Feels good. Stand up in my seat a little bit here. Oh, full throttle immediate. I missed that one. But I can still touch. I can still touch. There's a touch. Now it's time for a go.
Little Grimston Tower, Mooney Golf Bravo Tango Topic Bravo to land.
Tails up.
Golf Bravo Tango Topic Bravo.
Clear up.
Grimston Tower, make left traffic, runway 10, altimeter 2991.
Benton Tower, Cessna Golf Bravo, Lima Charlie Papa, to land.
Wide left, downwind, runway 10, Mooney Tango Topic Bravo. Golf Bravo, Lima Charlie Papa, Benton Tower, make right downwind, runway 24, altimeter 2983.
Like right traffic, runway 24, Cessna Lima Charlie Papa.
I love the open cockpit.
Cessna Lima Golf Romeo, turn next taxiway.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to a more standard pattern altitude height of 1,000 feet.
Cessna Lima Golf Romeo, exit runway when able. Mooney Tango Papa Bravo, cleared to land, runway 10.
So there we are at 1,000 feet.
Mooney Tango Papa Bravo. Cessna Lima Charlie Papa.
Go ahead and pull the power back.
All the aircraft on the runway.
I love the old gauges in this plane.
Cleared to land.
It's so simple.
Cessna Lima Charlie Papa.
It just is what it is. No frills, no gimmicks. I added a vertical speed indicator down here. And then I also installed a tri-read oil and fuel pressure gauge. So I've got all the pertinent information just all on one gauge there.
Cessna Lima Golf Romeo, contact ground on 122.
It just didn't feel right putting like digital glass gauges in this.
Point 1, Cessna Lima Golf Romeo.
So let's go ahead and do our turn to downwind. Yeah, this thing is extremely nimble. The way the tail just whips around. Alright, so we're going to try a power off approach from 1,000 feet. Alright, so we're going to have more than enough altitude at this point to make the runway with the power chopped. I'm going to say as soon as the numbers clear the backside of the wing there.
Avro 241, cleared left loaded traffic, runway 19er. Cessna, Lima, Charlie Papa, turn next taxiway.
Cleared left close traffic, Avro 241.
Mooney, Tango, Papa Bravo, exit runway when able. Mooney, Tango, Papa Bravo, contact ground on 122.1. 122.1 for Mooney, Tango, Papa Bravo. Cessna, Lima, Charlie Papa.
Yeah, 1,000 feet gets it no problem. That's beautiful. That's almost too much. So maybe 750 feet? We'll try 750 feet on the next pass. Since we are a bit high.
Cessna, Lima, Charlie Papa. Contact ground on 122.1.
Let's do a for real wheel landing now.
2.1. Cessna, Lima, Charlie Papa.
Take a look-see at that. Replay 30 seconds. Yeah, that was barely a wheel landing. Yeah, this plane's very easy to 3-point. Very easy to 3-point. Alright, full throttle. Tails up, back on the stick, and we're in the air. Oh, I just love how smooth this comes off the ground. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, so I'm going to trim us for 90 miles an hour so that when we get up to 750 feet, all I got to do is pull the power back and it'll level off automatically. So 750 feet is what we're looking for. Approximately. There it is, approximately. Let's go ahead and pull the power back to approximately 1650 RPM. And it should level off. Very nicely stabilized at about 90 miles an hour. Look at that. Works like magic. And I didn't have to retrim the plane. Physics. Boy, I lost a lot of altitude on that turn. Go ahead and balloon back up. And this thing should hunt 750 feet. Yeah. Alright, we're back at about 750 feet. Alright, and the next go around, we are going to...
Avro 241, cleared left touching down, runway 19 airport.
Cleared left touch and go, runway 19er, Avro 241. Hold about 70 miles an hour. Alright, we gotta come down a little bit faster. Alright, so that's pretty close to right on. That's pretty close to right on. Alright. One more time and we're gonna try something new.
Little Grimston Tower, Mooney Golf Bravo Tango, Papa Bravo at runway 10.
Pardon me.
Ready for takeoff, touch and go. Mooney Golf Bravo Tango, Papa Bravo, cleared for takeoff, runway 10, left closed traffic, approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 10, Mooney Golf Bravo Tango, Papa Bravo.
We're gonna hold 70 miles an hour the whole pattern. We're gonna climb at 70, we're gonna fly downwind at 70, and we're gonna fly our approach at 70. God willing. We're climbing much faster now, you see. I am going to go back to 1,000 feet for this trial. The wind is making it hard to stay on target airspeed. Alright, there's 1,000 feet. Let's start pulling the power back until we level off. So it should be less than 1,600 RPM.
Romeo, ready to go, runway 16, IFR to Benton, Cessna, Golf Bravo, Lima, Golf Romeo, cleared for takeoff, runway 16. Cleared for takeoff, runway 16, Cessna, Golf Bravo, Lima, Golf Romeo.
So let's try maybe 1,500. I'm going to need to trim up just a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn. I'm going to turn a little more shallow this time.
Cessna Lima Golf Romeo. Contact with during departure on 123.3. Cessna Golf Bravo Lima Charlie Papa. Taxi into position and hold.
Position and hold. Cessna Lima Charlie Papa.
Alright, so there we go. 70 miles an hour.
123.3. Cessna Lima Golf Romeo. Avro 241, cleared left, touch and go, runway 19er.
Clear left touch and go, runway 19er, Avro 241.
Cessna, Golf Bravo, Lima, Charlie, Papa, cleared for takeoff, runway 16.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 16. Cessna Golf Bravo Lima Charlie Papa.
Alright, so we're gonna... What just happened? I think my flight sim broke. Yeah, it stopped working. Well, now what? Well, I guess I'll start it again. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly place us back on the runway. Alright, and where were we? This was RAF Cranwell. Cranwell Air Base, active runway. We were using runway 19er. Okay. And let's go ahead and just set the time of day today. And let's select our Avro Tutor. I don't think you guys can see what I'm doing right now, because it doesn't pick up this part. OBS doesn't pick up this part of the window for some reason. Let's make sure that my call sign is locked in here. I'm sure this is absolutely fascinating. Yeah, Avro 241. Okay. Check my fuel. Payload. Alright. Fly now. I just want to go around a couple more times. I want to try some things out. Yes, I still use Flight Sim 2004. It's not a big fan of Windows 10. Or Windows 10 isn't a big fan of it. I'm not sure which is which. I think it's Windows 10 isn't a fan of it. So it's a little finicky at times. Most of the time it's okay, but sometimes it gets a little glitchy. There she is, folks. What a beaut. Climb back in the cockpit. I need to set my view up, so load view configuration. Tutor. Open. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and turn the mags off. Turn the starting magneto on. Mixture's all the way open. Fuel control switch is open. Alright, so let's go ahead and crank. Clear prop. Oh, okay. Let's try that again. Clear prop. Okay, there we go. It doesn't want both magnetos until it catches. Alright, so let's go ahead and Cranwell ground. Oh, we're gonna have to go through the whole... Oh, it's alright. It's alright. Get everything set back up here. Alright. Cranwell ground, Avro 241, request taxi to the active, close traffic. My radio wasn't on. Oh my god.
Viper Golf Bravo Tango Foxtrot Victor, taxi to position and hold. Position and hold. Viper Tango Foxtrot Victor.
Cranwell ground, Avro 241, request taxi to the active, close traffic.
Avro 241, taxi to and hold short of runway 19er via taxiway runway 1. Contact tower on 122.1 when ready.
And I'm already here.
Viper Golf Bravo Tango Papa Victor, cleared for takeoff. Runway 28, left close traffic approved.
Taxi to runway 19er.
Runway 28, Viper Golf Bravo Tango Papa Victor.
We're transmitting at the same time. Taxi and hold, runway 19er, Avro 241.
Viper Golf Bravo Tango Foxtrot Victor, cleared for takeoff. Runway 3, left close traffic approved. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 3, Viper Golf Bravo Tango Foxtrot Victor.
Cranwell Tower, Avro 241 is ready to go, runway 19er.
Avro 241, cleared for takeoff. Runway 19er, left close traffic approved.
Clear for takeoff, Avro 241. And away we go. It doesn't look like my weather injector is updated yet, so we might suddenly see some clouds and a violent wind shear in a second here.
Tango Papa Bravo.
Keep showing your toes.
Touch and go. Runway 28. Clear touch and go. Runway 28. Mooney Tango Papa Bravo. Viper Tango Foxtrot Bravo. Cleared left close traffic. Runway 3. Fenton Tower, Cessna Golf Bravo, Cleveland Golf Romeo, ready for touch and go at runway 34.
Alright, that's 500 feet.
3, Viper Tango Foxtrot Bravo, Cessna Golf Bravo, Cleveland Golf Romeo, cleared for takeoff. Runway 34, right close traffic approved. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 34, Cessna Golf Bravo, Cleveland Golf Romeo.
There's the clouds I was telling you about.
Hotel Papa, cleared left close traffic. Runway 3. Touch and go. Runway 3, Piper, Lima, Hotel Papa.
This is an extremely tight turn. I was just out of the plane for like 5 minutes and I already forgot how nimble it is. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and pull the power back to about 1500 RPM.
Victor, cleared left touch and go. Runway 28. All the aircraft on final.
Level out, 1,000 feet here.
Runway 28. Viper Tango Papa Victor. Viper Tango Foxtrot Victor, cleared left close traffic. Runway 3, followed Viper Cherokee on final. Cleared for touch and go. Runway 3, Viper Tango Foxtrot Victor. Cessna Golf Bravo Charlie Papa, ready at runway 34, taxi Avro 241, cleared, left closed traffic, runway 19er. Cessna, Golf Bravo, Lima, Charlie Papa, taxi into position and hold.
Cleared left close traffic, 19er, Avro 241.
Position and hold, Cessna, Lima, Charlie Papa.
Yeah, this is a very natural feeling approach right here.
Cessna, Golf Bravo, Lima, Charlie Papa, cleared for takeoff, runway 3.
I'm still a little fast, but...
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34, Cessna, Golf Bravo, Lima, Charlie Papa. Piper Tango, Papa Victor, go around. Going around, Piper Tango.
So I think 80 miles an hour will give us a good wheel landing. So let's aim for 80 miles an hour and flare just before we touch, and I should get a nice flop on the wheels. Yeah, nice. Okay, and full throttle. So 80 miles an hour makes a nice wheel landing.
Cessna, Lima, Golf Romeo, cleared by touch and go, runway 34. Cleared for touch and go, runway 34.
Alright, so
Romeo,
we're going to try running our approach at 80 miles an hour this time. Still at 1,000 feet. Turning a plane like this, or flying it in general, is a lot easier if you don't look at the instruments. It's very intuitive. You fly it by feel.
Piper Tango, Papa Victor.
Keep everything in equilibrium.
Cleared for touch and go, runway 28.
It's like once you've got some kind of idea what the flight envelope is, you can start paying less attention
Piper Tango, Foxtrot, Bravo.
to your gauge readings. I'm already starting to feel that with this plane. And I kind of know
Touch and go, runway 3.
how it works. So I can just kind of feel it. Okay, so I want 80 miles an hour.
By touch and go, runway 34. Follow Cessna, Skylink, on final. Piper, Lima, Hotel, Papa, cleared, left touch and go, runway 3.
80 miles an hour this time at 1,000 feet.
Touch and go, runway 3. Piper, Lima, Hotel, Papa. Avro 241, cleared, left touch and go, runway 19er.
Clear left touch and go, runway 19er, Avro 241. Okay, so keeping 80 miles an hour is going to require a steeper descent rate. Yeah, we're better than 1,000 feet per minute. This would be quite the roller coaster ride.
Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor, cleared, left closed traffic, runway 3, follow Piper, Cherokee, on final. Cleared, touch and go, runway 3, Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor.
Okay, so I'm way too high. Way too high for this particular set of circumstances. Can't win them all. Okay, so we're going to go with another wheel landing. Boy, it is easy to stick this thing. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna watch that in replay really quick. Options. 30 seconds. I will point out that if this aircraft didn't have exceptional short takeoff and landing capabilities, there's no way that I would even bother with touching down this far down the runway. But I know that it doesn't take any distance to get off the ground. Alright, that was a good wheel landing. Oh, don't end flight. No, continue flying. I'm gonna go around at least one more time. Hop back in the cockpit here. Okay, full throttle. Up we go. Tails up, back on the stick, and we're in the air. That is so consistent. It's so consistently easy to unstick this plane. It's a very smooth maneuver. Alright, so I'm going to try like a full throttle maximum speed. What am I trying to say? Maximum speed downwind. And then we'll pull the throttle out. Alright, so there's downwind. Let's get to 1,000 feet and then we'll level off. Right there. Can I hit 120 before we... No.
Avro 241, cleared, left close traffic, runway 19er.
Clear close traffic, runway 19er, Avro 241.
Cessna, Lima, Charlie, Papa, go around. Going around, Cessna, Lima, Charlie, Papa.
Alright, so let's hold 70 miles an hour again.
Left touch and go, runway 28.
Wow, I'm the only one in the pattern right now.
Piper Tango, Papa Victor.
So 70 miles an hour even is significantly harder to see over the nose.
Tango, Foxtrot, Bravo, cleared, left touch and go, runway 3. Cleared for touch and go, runway 3. Piper Tango, Foxtrot, Bravo.
Alright, this is going to be the last time around.
Benton Tower, Cessna Golf, Bravo, Lima, Charlie, Papa, to land. Benton Tower, Piper, Golf, Bravo, Lima, Hotel, Papa, to land. Cessna Golf, Bravo, Lima, Charlie, Papa, Benton Tower, big bite traffic, runway 34, altimeter 29er deep.
Yeah, we're up.
Piper, Golf, Bravo, Lima, Hotel, Papa, Benton Tower, make left base, runway 3, altimeter 29er 83, flight right.
Let's do a really shallow, high-speed climb.
Lima, Charlie, Papa, Piper, Lima, Hotel, Papa, cleared to land, runway 3. Cleared to land, runway 3, Piper, Lima, Hotel, Papa.
watch that in instant replay. Last 60 seconds.
Piper Tango Foxtrot
Watch it in flyby mode. Wow. Beautiful. Alright, let's watch it and watch it in spot view one more time. I knew it could do that. Now kids, it's very dangerous to do anything like that close to the ground. Don't do that for real. It's okay in a simulator though. And brake. Ooh. So easy. Alright. So easy. I'm going to stay very low, and we're going to do a high-speed wheel landing and call it good. Cranwell Tower, Avro 241 would like full stop landing.
Avro 241, Cranwell Tower, enter left phase, runway 19er, altimeter 29er, deep. Avro 241, cleared to land, runway 19er.
Cleared to land, runway 19er, Avro 241. Alright, so we've got 121 miles an hour.
Fenton Tower, Cessna Golf Bravo Lima Golf Romeo to land. Cessna Golf Bravo Lima Golf Romeo, Fenton Tower, big left traffic, runway 34, altimeter 29er, 80. Piper Lima Hotel Papa, exit runway when able. Left traffic, runway 34, Cessna Lima Golf Romeo.
Alright. At 130 miles an hour.
Steinwell Tower, Piper Golf Bravo Tango Foxtrot Bravo.
135 miles an hour, close the throttle.
Foxtrot Bravo, Steinwell Tower, make left downwind, runway 3, altimeter 29er, 84.
Stuck in ground effect, stuck in ground effect.
Piper Tango.
Come on down.
Bravo.
Come on down.
Taxiway.
Perfect. Oh yes. Stand on that left brake.
Runway when able.
Alright. You know we gotta watch that. So one more replay. 60 seconds. There we are. Watch it in flyby mode. bounced off a ground effect there. We were going so fast. Now it's just hanging. Hanging. Trying to stop flying. It's trying. Wow. Beautiful. Very good. I want to watch that from spot view now. Yeah, we're just stuck on a cushion of air. There's no way to get down through it other than to fly the plane down through it, so we're just gonna let it stop flying on its own. Beautiful, like butter. Like butter. Whoa, no. Continue flying. Sorry about that, everybody. Alright. We are to exit runway when able.
Piper, Lima, Hotel, Papa, turn next taxiway. Piper, Lima, Hotel, Papa, contact ground on 128.7.
So I'm assuming that's just going to be down at the end of the runway here.
Hotel, Papa. Avro 241, exit runway when able.
I'm working on it.
Golf, Bravo, Tango, Papa, Victor, to land. Cessna, Lima, Golf, Romeo, cleared to land. Runway 34. Follow Cessna, Skyline, on final. Timewell Tower, Piper, Golf, Bravo, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor, to land. Piper, Golf, Bravo, Tango, Papa, Victor, Little Brampton Towers, enter left base, runway 2 deep, altimeter 29 deep deep, cleared to land, runway 34. Cessna, Lima, Golf, Romeo, Piper, Golf, Bravo, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor, Timewell Tower, enter left traffic, runway 3, altimeter 2984. Piper, Tango, Papa, Victor, cleared to land, runway 2 deep. Avro 241, exit runway when able.
Working on it.
Tango, Foxtrot, Bravo, cleared to land, runway 3. Cleared to land, runway 2 deep. Piper, Tango, Papa, Victor, cleared to land, runway 3. Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Bravo. Wide left, downwind, runway 3. Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor. Avro 241, exit runway when able. Avro 241, contact ground on 122.1.
Contact ground on 122.1. Avro 241, good day.
Cessna, Lima, Golf, Romeo, go around. Going around, Cessna, Lima, Golf, Romeo, Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor, cleared to land, runway 3, followed Piper, Cherokee, on final.
Primal ground, Avro 241, request taxi to parking.
Cleared to land, runway 3, Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor.
Avro 241, taxi to general aviation parking, using taxiway.
Taxi to general aviation parking, Avro 241. Request progressive taxi, please. So this is a simulation of progressive taxi instructions. It's good for airports you're unfamiliar with.
Cessna, Lima, Charlie, Papa, turn next taxiway.
Alright, and when you're taxiing a plane like this, you do what are called S-turns on the ground,
Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Bravo, exit runway when able.
so that you can see kind of where you're going. It's not fun. That's the worst thing about a plane like this is ground handling.
Cessna, Lima, Charlie, Papa. Exit runway when able. Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Bravo.
Basically give yourself whiplash looking out.
122.1, Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Bravo.
Looking from one side to the other.
Exit runway when able. Piper, Tango, Papa, Victor. Contact ground on 122.1. 122.1. Fort Piper, Tango, Papa, Victor. Cessna, Lima, Charlie, Papa. Exit runway when able. Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor. Turn next taxiway. Cessna, Lima, Charlie, Papa. Contact ground on 122.1. Cessna, Lima, Golf, Romeo. Cleared to land. Runway 34. Point 122.1. Cessna, Lima, Charlie, Papa. Cleared to land. Runway 34. Cessna, Lima, Golf, Romeo. Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor. Contact ground on 122.1. 122.1. Piper, Tango, Foxtrot, Victor.
I'm going to turn my radio back off because I'm sick and tired of hearing all this chatter. I know where I'm going. Well, folks, it has been a pleasure to be your pilot tonight. Thanks for joining me. It doesn't look like anyone joined live, but to those of you that watch this in rerun, hope you enjoyed this little tour of the Avro 621 Tutor, designed in 1929 as a replacement for the Avro 504, which the RAF used for almost 20 years before they got a replacement, which was this lovely, lovely aircraft. Sadly, no Tutors except for this one survived. This is the only one. It belongs to the Shuttleworth collection in Bedfordshire. They run out of the old Warden aerodrome. They have a wonderful collection of all kinds of amazing aircraft essential to British aviation history, which I'm a big fan of. So, yeah, this is a heck of a plane. It's a lot of fun. Again, I just got it, so don't have a whole lot of experience with it yet. Gonna stop before we cross the runway, just to make sure. I know this isn't the active runway, but we just always like to double check. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I don't have a lot of experience with this plane yet, and tonight was just kind of getting acquainted with it. I did a little bit of testing with it a couple of days ago, but this was the first real active, let's go out and shoot touch and goes and get a good feel for what it can do. right over here. Alright, seems as good a place as any. Alright, let's go ahead and set the parking brake. Turn out my lights. That's about it. This is a very simple airplane. Let's go ahead and load the mixture. Shut off the mags. Turn off the fuel control switch. Turn the master switch off. And we're done. So anyway, well, thanks for joining me, folks. Again, I'm Nick Street. I'm a musician that loves airplanes and video games. I do a little bit of everything here on my Twitch channel. Airplanes, video games, and music. So if you liked what you saw tonight, make sure you give me a follow. If this wasn't your cup of tea, check out my channel. See if there's something else on there that you might like. And if you do, go ahead and give me a follow. Also, make sure that you follow the link to my YouTube channel. As we all know, Twitch doesn't hold on to our videos forever. They only hold on to them for about 2 weeks. And then they give them the boot, which I can understand. Because, I mean, everybody doing this, it must take up so much hard drive space. But anyway, so I put these things up on YouTube basically as soon as I'm done streaming them. So they're saved for what I imagine is probably eternity. I mean, YouTube's not going anywhere, right? So anyway, when you do get to said YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe to me there and hit the bell so that you get notifications when I put something new up. Glad to be here on Twitch. Glad to be sharing my love of music, games, and aviation with all of you guys. I've already met a lot of good friends, and I look forward to making more. Anyway, everybody stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Be careful. I love you all dearly. Peace, love, happiness, and we'll see you next time.